Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Wednesday stream. Hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. We're hanging out for an hour or two, back in the single player world, doing what we do, digging and organizing stuff. I know last time we had worked on a bit of a staircase in the world to connect up where the portal area is into our storage room, so we're not going to be working on that today. Go back to some of the stuff I was doing before. I'm currently organizing some stuff in the world. I'll switch screens in a minute. Currently organizing some stuff that we got together last time. We'll put all that stuff away, maybe repair some stuff, and then head back over to the another area. So yeah, it'll be chill evening. It's gonna be hanging out. So hopefully you all enjoy. Put that away, that there. Let's get rolling. Let me see. So I put away most of the stuff. Got a little bit here that needs to get cleaned up. This is fine. We're taking this with us. We might need another shulker box or two. We'll have to see. I haven't really looked at what's going to be necessary for a digging expedition, but figure it out. So, again, hopefully everyone's having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day, I would say. It's a busy time. Generally, that time period between American Thanksgiving and then like the winter holiday season is a pretty packed time. So I'm trying to think where we're going with this. Tough is probably over here somewhere. It's usually a pretty packed time, so I imagine it's not going to be much different this time around. So for sure, man. I'm gonna be AFKing while I cook, popping in and out of chat. Hope all is well with you. All is well here. Hopefully all is well with you too. Enjoy whatever it is you're cooking. Good to see you. I'm trying to figure out where I put my tuff. It's in one of these side. I don't think it's one of these side things. There's gravel here, which we're fine with. Yeah, we'll spend a couple hours tonight just kind of hanging out and putting some stuff away and doing some digging. Nice little relaxing time, hopefully. I can scoot in my chair. I will at some point need to take a break to go get myself some water. But for now we're fine. That's all I think goes down on this level. Chicken fajitas, let's go. That sounds great. Enjoy. I don't think that's something I've had for a long time. So, let's see. You all can enjoy. Watch me put lighting materials away. It was actually, I'll show the staircase in a minute for anyone who hasn't, or wasn't at Sunday stream. I'll show in a minute. It's nothing special, but just to get people caught up with where the world's at. So gold should go into here somewhere. I can click through, eventually I'll find it. There we go. Rotten flesh will go down here, right? Still called rotten flesh. Occasionally I have to check myself on some things in this game just to make sure that they're still called the right things. I have not updated to 1.21.10 yet. Just speaking of updates, I will get to it eventually. It's not a huge priority because it doesn't really affect like what we're doing right now, so I don't see it as like a big priority of something to get done, but we will eventually update. Yes, staircase. So middle level up to the in-between. We created this last time. I need to put like some plants or something right there, but it's the same theme as what we've been going with here. Leads to this staircase. You can see where we use the redstone lamps on the sides here. And you can just walk. Oh, I'm actually get rid of that now. Yeah. Haha, you can't come in. You can't come in. Where it leads out? It leads out here. Get, move. So. Oh, the pillagers are still here. That's wonderful. Leads out to our portal right here, but it just makes it easy. Instead of having to fly up and then fly down, if we want to just go up a staircase, we can just go up a staircase. pretty easy. So I'm flying up now to go sleep, but technically we could run up the staircase too. Part of it as well is, you know, one of the things I try to do in this world, it's really hard with Amplified because mountains, they're hard to traverse, but I do like to connect things up with paths. Even though I use my Elytra a lot, I do like to keep some paths here, right? You'll see even from the portal here, I have a staircase down, and then there's a bridge to go to the center island area there. We don't have a way to get down yet, but what it does is it allows me to walk places. I don't have to use my Elytra. Same thing down there, right? I've got all those paths down there. Some stuff is meant for Elytra, like if I were to pop down here, like this platform, the only way you're gonna get here is to fly here. But if you did want to come to the furnace setup, you could come up the staircase like I mentioned, and then come through the storage system, because this connects up to the storage room as well. So I think it's nice to have kind of both of these options, whichever one I feel like doing. Here's the storage room. Whichever one I feel like doing at that time. So alright. One extra shulker box. Wonderful. This will be enough to get us started, I think. We'll get our pickaxe once we're over there as well. Oh, I wanted to repair my Elytra at the... Do I have any tools I need to repair? Jimbo needs repaired. But we got a pickaxe already. Yeah, let's take this one with us. I've got a kind of a shulker box. We need to make some more pickaxes probably. But I don't have to keep repairing things. Let's see, let's do that. Yeah, so I do need to repair this. Actually, do I? I do. I need to repair these Elytra. Go over here. I like using this mob farm whenever I can. It's our steady source of gunpowder. So the easiest XP farm for me would be villager trading, just because it's such an easy thing to use. I've got plenty of items to trade, so. No, don't die on me. Come on now. I've mentioned this before, but I did raise this platform by 1 at one point. So. Let's do this. We should be able to repair the Elytra pretty quickly. I have a pretty low durability number, so XP can, with mending, can repair them pretty quickly. I'm trying to remember if there's a way to repair a Elytra without mending. I've only ever, I think, repaired a Elytra with mending, because I always put mending on my Elytra, so it's never an issue. But I think there is a way, I just don't remember what it is right now. Hello, baby zombie. Full gold armor too. Armor. I can talk, I swear. Some days are more difficult than others, but I can talk today. There we go. Wait for the mobs to fill up a little bit more, so we can stare at some mobs for a little bit. Yeah, it's enough. Easy peasy. We'll also do that while I'm standing here, just to be able to repair this pickaxe a little bit too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll leave that one. Oh, there's a it's a portal here. Let me just use the portal. I always forget that there's a portal here. Whoa. Where did all of these pigmen come from? I don't think there were this many pigmen over the weekend. I really don't think so. I could be wrong, but I really didn't think that there was that many. All right, we're seeing Endermans. We're going the right way. Over here. There we go. And the fun part, and I've shown this before, is that we don't even have to go outside. We can just go through this tunnel. Hang right up here. And then head down the staircase. It's very winding, very bad staircase. I really should make this better. Maybe if we do some more digging today, we can come back. Work on that. Okay, where is my stone slabs? There we go. My dog has elected to not use her bed and is now just laying on the floor next to the door. Like, not even like against the door. Against the wall next to the door. I'm like, all right, I guess. I mean, if you wanna do that, you got a comfy bed over here. But if you really want to do that, I feel like dogs in particular have a really easy time getting comfortable in places that I would not expect. Places I would not expect to be comfortable. Maybe it is actually comfortable for them. I don't know. Maybe they're just used to or able to handle harsher environments, so it doesn't bother them as much. I don't know, but it is a little weird, I must say. Okay, put this on my hotbar, just in case. Okay, now we're good. We do need a slab. Maybe we don't need a slab. So the next place we need to start digging out, because I did... Hello, buddy. It's my mouse being a little ridiculous, but I guess we didn't need it anyways. Over here is the next place we were gonna go. I can maybe start on this side. I'm trying to think if this beacon's gonna reach all the way, but I guess the real way to figure out is just to start. We'll start down here, I think. It'll give us the biggest impact. So here, is that right? Here. Yeah, okay. We'll start there. So hopefully everyone's having a good start to the week. I have had, I'd say, an okay start. I started off the week by not starting the week. I took a day off because I just could not. I needed sleep for the most part. Luckily with work, they do somewhat encourage like what we call mental health days. So you can take a sick day or two. We actually get sick days for one. Most people get PTO. We actually get real sick days. But if you're not like feeling at your best on a certain day, not even just that you're not necessarily sick. I mean, can be used for sick, actually being sick too. But if you need just some time a day just to yourself, then we're allowed to use sick time for it. So that's what I did on Monday. Sometimes you have those days where it's hard to wake up. So I had one of those. So the only issue, you know, it's one of the things that I hate about being an adult, is if you do take a day off. It was a very productive day in general for me, but from a work perspective, you know, if you do take a day off, it's very difficult to stay on track sometimes, because all those things that you had to do don't just evaporate. They still exist, so you either have to do them that day, or it gets pushed to a point where you have to kind of speed up the process at a later day. So it's kind of what's happened to me the last few days. I made up a lot of the time that I otherwise would have spent on Monday. I ended up making up a lot of it yesterday just with the amount of stuff I had to do. So I almost considered canceling today, mostly because I thought I was gonna have to work, but I do not. So thankfully I could keep this. And I say have to work. I never truly have to work extra, right? Or work evenings or whatever it is, you know. I told people this. I'm a software engineer. I work generally an 8 to 5, 8 to 4 kind of schedule. So I don't really have to do anything. But in order to get things done in a timely fashion, there are times where it is best for me and just in general if I just take a little bit of time in the evenings and get some things done. Without any distractions. During the day, it's very easy to get distracted, not necessarily by things external to work, but things at work, because everyone else is working at the same time. So things that you need kind of some quiet time. People aren't messaging you saying, hey, where is this at, or whatever it is, or we're gonna do this thing next, or whatever it might be. Sometimes you just need some time to relax from all the personal stuff that happens, talking to people, and just be able to focus on some work. So that's where the evenings can be nice. Let's do this. So anyways, that's generally been my week so far. It's not over, of course. How the heck do I get out of here? This is a very weird hill to climb, I will say. Where does this corner end? Okay, the corner ends over there. And I'm gonna guess, without even really being able to look at it, oh, we're outside of range now, that this is, yeah, this is all lava. It's pretty much all lava up until we get to about there. We have a little bit to dig out, so. Okay. Where is the edge? Is this the edge? Okay, we're inside the edge now. I'm trying to find out where the edge of this beacon is. It's gonna be somewhere around here. Okay. I think what that means though is that we want to go up a level. There's a lot going on here. Okay. Let's take a step back. Let's come over here. Let's start here, I think. Knock down an area here. Going section by section, it makes life a little bit easier, but it can also be a little more difficult to know where I'm supposed to be digging. So I kind of have to take a more measured approach. Okay, go into that hole, please. Thank you. Thank you for pathfinding correctly, game. I appreciate it. I know if I make a hole somewhere down here that the lava's eventually gonna find its way into the hole. So, hello, friend. It's a tear. Was a tear. Okay, I think it went to the lava. I'm not gonna go find it. Tears are nice to have, but they're not worth searching the lava. And or if it hit the lava, it's gone. So. Clear a little space right here. What I actually probably want to do here is go up to like here. Probably. go straight across. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, it's a little early, but I'm basically out of water now. So I'm gonna take a quick break and then I will be back in a few minutes. So I'll put it on the BRB screen, but yeah, I'm gonna go refill my water, do a couple things, and then I will be back.
Rooftop talk, every stolen kiss, every late night walk, every secret wish, every second chance, every time we dance underneath the light of the street lamp.
Alrighty. I am back. Full glass of water. Come in, Bills. What are you doing? What are you doing? You gonna shut the door? You're gonna make me shut the door. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Oh, come back. I don't know what Bailey's doing. She keeps running in and out of the room. Like, oh, you gonna chase me? You gonna chase me? No, I'm not going to chase you. All right. Get started. I think I brought this back up. Yes, I did. Okay. Make sure I'm on the right screen. So where was I starting at? I think we were over here. Yeah, we're going through here. There we go. Clearing out some space. I think I was mentioning something about it, is us going in smaller bits here. Makes it easier and harder at the same time, just for different reasons. Hey, Breezy, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well today. There we go. Yeah. I'm doing good. I mean, yeah, it's a general weekday thing for me, I would say. It's a general weekday thing for me to be tired. For any number of reasons. I think I ended up working like, I mean today was like a normal day, but I think I ended up working like over 11 hours yesterday. So, which is not normal for me. But I was saying earlier, we're getting to crunch time. That few week period between Thanksgiving and the winter holiday season, Christmas time, whatever you want to call it, is always packed with stuff. So yeah, I think some of it is just like that. Some of it's also just like the evening streams probably have a little more energy during the day. So I appreciate it though. Appreciate you looking out for me. I think there was also a time, like when not now, but like in like previous years, where I would like hype myself up a little bit more for for streaming probably. That was a little less realistic. And or I just have more energy. Don't hit me off of here. Could also be that. There we go. Let's go through here. Those up. There we go. Oh boy. Just get rid of this, or what are we doing? Okay. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Breezy. I can feel myself starting to yawn. It's also probably part of it. It's like, oh, here we go. All right. How do we get out of this? Oh. See if I just waited one more block. Fly into it. Thank you. Okay. About up here. Do I want to continue this way though? I feel like this is gonna get really hard really quickly. I almost want to come over here. Like this area. I don't know. The tough decision. Oh, shush. Shush, shush, shush. Thank you. There's no tough in the nether? Why have I been saying tough all this time? Oh no. Where's the corner of this thing at? It's over here. Don't. Oh, it's a gas tier. I got a gas tier. Hoping for one earlier. And there is a haste 2 beacon here. If we use this as a cutoff, we could even go over here. Switch it up a little bit. We could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Shouldn't be that far away. See how far over we can go. Okay, we're still in the sphere. In the sphere here. Oh. You again. Oh no. Get out of here. Here's probably good, right? Or can we go all the way over? Okay, we can keep going over. There we go. We'll use this as our platform right here. Whoop! That was almost bad. Making them big dudes cry. They're just mad at me for being in their territory. It's fine. It's fine. It's A-okay. Don't you do it. Get out of here. You done for, lava. You done for. You're gone. Cross. We're almost in inventory space. Keep an eye on it. Probably take this stuff over now. Do have to go all the way across the sea now, the sea of lava. But it's fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We make a path up here. Like that. Can I plug the lava? Oh, there are so many. No. There are so many magma cubes. I feel like this is a death trap waiting to happen. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Okay, all of you leave. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh. Nope, did not like that. That was not fun. Would not do again. These other kinds of big dudes are making me cry now. I need to go this way. Vroom vroom. Glide, glide. Oh, oh. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. With the skeletons? Smile? With the skeletons? Oh. We got one big dose of nothing. Beautiful. We're over here, yeah, we're over here, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right, we're over here. Every time I kill those wither skeletons, I really hope that there is a skull, and there's never a skull anymore. It's a bit sad, but it's okay. We need 2 more in order to expand the farm. There's part of me that almost thinks like, hey, just make a platform somewhere. Get a bunch of them spawning and spend a couple hours just like killing wither skeletons. That would probably be easier. When will I ever take the easy route? Sometimes, but well, I guess easy's relative, right? Easy depends on easy for whose perspective. What is that emote? I don't know if I've ever seen that chicky emote, Breezy. The other one I have, I don't know if I've ever actually saw that one. It looked a little weird on my screen because I think because of my night mode, like dark background. Maybe, I don't know. Go. I grab this a little bit. Oh no, you didn't. Remember me. Okay, we're still here. We're still cooking. Still good on haste. I always like to check to make sure before I do anything. Make sure I have the haste 2 effect. I don't waste time. Oh, you want the nether block? Ooh, speaking of nether blocks. That's a good find, right? Right. We love it. We love to see it. I'll grab this first, but then I can check. There, we'll do that. You wanted blocks items times mined. Hey, basalt's up there now. 135,000 basalt. That's pretty good, right? Not as many as stone, but we're getting there. Deep slate's about 46,000. Netherrack's about 38,000. Blacksmith's about 23, almost 24,000. Yeah, that's pretty good. Magma blocks over 5,000. Okay, not bad. I don't think there's anything else in here. I mean, there's some quartz and over 2,000 gold quartz ore. That's gold quartz ore, gold ore, nether ore. Fair enough. You know, ideally we will end up beating the stone record at some point. How have I crafted 57,000 spruce planks? That's a lot of spruce planks, and I don't really use that much spruce. I use oak and birch. Like, the oak makes sense. The only thing I can think of is I use spruce as like the base for a lot of... Oh, that was all of the barrels and all the chests. Yeah, chests. That's the barrels and the chests that I made for the storage system. Can't be 57,000 though. That's a lot. These make sense. That also makes sense. Wait. So I have mined 431,000 stone, but I've only picked up 283,000. That means there's close to 150,000 stone blocks that I've not picked up, but I've mined. That's wild. And then the netherrack's an easy one, just because I think I've thrown a lot into lava. So, it's a staggering difference though, between stone basalt and then stone in like 4th place. It's a big difference. How many magma cubes have I killed now? Over 8,000 magma cubes now. Oh goodness. It's like almost triple the cows. That's wild. We do be wilding out here. Each row of chests is 10 chests times 8 planks. Yeah. Yeah. It does add up. And I typically use spruce for those kinds of things just because it's one of the easiest wood types to get in bulk. Because of the 2x2 spruce trees, and it doesn't take that much bone meal to bone meal them. Things like that. So, do the same, yeah. I just got surprised by it because I've spent so much time, like, not using spruce and other things. Like, I don't use spruce in any of my builds on purpose, you know, so. It was rude. Magma cube, thank you. Thank you. I did the eat. Nom nom. Steak is yum. I could switch to golden carrots if I wanted to. I have villagers. I've got a lot of emeralds. But I mean, I kind of at this point, like, I just have so much steak that I don't need another food source, you know? And it's kind of difficult in this world to even necessarily care about that one way or another. Like what food source I use. Just because it's just me. You know, like, not feeding a whole population. So. Oh, the fence stuff, yes. Did I mention... I don't remember if I mentioned that we had the 3 companies come out to give us quotes. Which was last week. I mentioned that, yeah. So we haven't responded to any of them. I did get the quotes. We've talked about it. This week's just been busy, and so we just haven't... I've been meaning to get to it. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was the week before. Man, it was the week before. Oh my gosh. So it would have been 2 weeks ago we had fence companies come out. I had some questions for some of them. Was going to provide some responses. We're at a point now where we have to get it, whatever fence company we choose, whatever fence we choose, we're going to have to take it through HOA. And the HOA, you have to send the forms and whatnot. It goes to a committee that has like a public meeting. Like, you'd send them a week before the meeting, and the last meeting of the year is the 9th, and so the deadline for getting any of that stuff in this year was yesterday. So definitely not happening this year. It does give us a little more time. Gives us this month basically to plan everything out, figure out which companies we want, and get any questions answered. Pick a company, get their help to get stuff ready for the HOA stuff. Yeah, the week before Thanksgiving. So we haven't made progress there. We did Monday. So we scheduled this before Thanksgiving, but we had a couple of doors in our house that we needed to get fixed, and we couldn't fix it. So we called Emma put an application in online for like a handyman kind of company to fix a couple of doors for us. One, some of the trim needed replaced, and the door had a little crack in it that needed fixing. And then the other one is an exterior facing door that is not, as long as we've lived in this house, has never been sealed properly, and it's going into winter. We've had bugs come through it. We've had paper wasps come into the house through it. We've had just cold air. Her office is always a lot colder than mine. The door's to her office. She's like a little balcony attached to it, basically. So we had a company come out Monday And it ended up coming in cheaper than I expected. And I was thinking that maybe that they would have to replace a door or two, both the doors potentially, and you know, trying to figure out what that would be like. But no, the doors were fine actually. So we got a couple of things that the guy didn't paint, which is fine. He was like, you know, it'd probably be extra for him to paint it. So it's just like, yeah, we'll just paint on our own. Like we can paint a door and trim, like if we need it, like. So I think I've mentioned before about the termite damage we have in our house. It's old. There's like, as far as I can tell, as far as the pest control company I have come out and look at it can tell, there's no new damage anywhere in the house. It's just old damage. Considering getting the company we just used, because the pricing was pretty reasonable for what they did, to give us a quote and see how much it would cost for them to come in and fix the termite damage. Maybe it's cheaper if it's within a reasonable range. It's like that would be a higher priority than getting a fence. You know, these things cost money, so it's just a matter of like, what can we afford to do right now, as well. But if we get them to do that, I think it'd be nice to get the termite damage dealt with, because that got put on the back burner, not necessarily intentionally. It's just kind of how it shaped up. We're gonna have some family come out and help us, and then that got delayed, and then fast forward a few months and it's still not done. So it's in an area of the house, I've mentioned this before, but it's like we have a split level house, and so like the bottom level, it's on the bottom level, and so I almost like never see it. There's a very large room on the bottom level, because I guess whenever they built the house, they didn't partition the bottom level into multiple rooms. I mean, they have like, there's like a bathroom and a bedroom down there, but apart from that, it's just like mostly one giant room, like say like an average basement is. And so like the wall's like the far side of the big room, so I never walk past it. So, you know, some of it's an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing too. Which isn't necessarily good. So yeah, it's good. Yeah. Have you been able to finish unpacking in the last few days? Getting settled back in? Are you still working on that? Come on, blocks. Get out of here. So, all kinds of fun things. We have a list somewhere. And I've been trying to take a step back a little bit with some of these projects. You know, when you have a lot of things going on, it's not all active stuff, but there's a lot of things that are just like rolling through my head constantly. Like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, do this. It gets very overwhelming very quickly. So I've been trying to make a conscious effort to just kind of take a step back. Oh my, take a step back and try not to have 5 things running through my head at the same time, and just focus on one thing at a time a little bit more. So BRB, alrighty, sounds good. Got this thing. There's so many. This is not gonna be good. I'm trying to think if it was this year that I took a step back from streaming at the beginning of the year, or if it was last year. But a lot of like the companies are coming out with like their wrapped things, right? I think Twitch has one, YouTube has one. Emma and I were looking at our Spotify wraps earlier today, and thinking about it because I use Spotify for my stream playlist, stream music, but nothing on like my top played is from this playlist, which I thought was surprising because I mean, it's not like a ton, but I spend hours and hours a week listening to this playlist because that's what I'm streaming. But I was very surprised by some of my top genres. I mean, my top genre is still EDM. It has been for years and will continue to be that for years, just because it's not just a stream thing. Like, I listen to EDM on my own time. Number 2 was pop rock, I think, and number 3 was alternative rock on my top list, which was kind of weird until I started to see the artists that were on the top. So like some of my top artists, if anyone's heard of like Against the Current, top artist. My top song of the year was an old song now. It's an old Owl City song called Shooting Star, I think. That I guess I listened to a lot like early in the year and I just didn't remember it. I also didn't realize that there are quite a few days throughout the year where I've listened to 3, 4, 5 plus hours of music a day. Now, it's not always like I have my headphones in kind of stuff. Actually, generally it's not. I'll be playing like music out loud while I'm working or something. I just didn't realize how much music I actually played. My actual top music days were days where we drove out to Indiana during the summer. That was like a 10-hour drive. So yeah, we're playing music pretty much the entire time. So that's gonna be my top. That's a pretty easy one. So we can put some slabs on top of this, I think, now. Should have brought the slabs, oh well. Go grab them now. But it was interesting. It was interesting looking at my Spotify rap just because, but yeah, there's definitely stuff on there I did not realize I played it as much as I did. Some artists I knew I played a lot, but again, an artist like Owl City he was like it was number 3 on my list. Like that I was surprised by. I didn't realize I listened to Owl City as much as I did. I think because my music tastes have evolved? Question mark? Kind of. I used to be, when I was younger, a big EDM person. I mean, this, like, Monster Cat, songs on this playlist, I listen to on my own all the time. And I still listen to some of this sometimes, but I've become much more of, and it makes sense, you know, that I've looked at my Wrapped, but much more of a pop rock, alternative rock, like, listener. And actually, there was a genre on there I'd never heard about. Okay, so actually, my top 5 genres: EDM was number 1, pop rock was number 2, alternative rock was number 3. Separate from EDM, they had a drum and bass genre. I'm a big drum and bass fan. Drum and bass is great for like workouts as well. So if I go for a run or if I go work out or something, I'm putting on some kind of drum and bass generally. Do that. And then number 5 was a genre that I'd never heard of before, but I guess it makes sense, called pop rap. Popular rap would be my guess. I don't know what falls under pop rap. Or why that would even be on my top 5. But I thought that that was interesting. I think I've mentioned before that I've listened to quite a bit of like NF, if anyone knows who that artist is, over the years. So, and I'll occasionally go back to his stuff. I know he just released some new stuff a couple weeks ago. I was listening to it earlier today. So maybe it's that. I don't know. Maybe some other artists that fit under that genre that I'm thinking of right now, but they rap? I don't know. And it's all based on moods. A lot of the reason that stuff like EDM and drum and bass are on there is because I like kind of fast tempo music, get your heart pumping, workouts or otherwise. So I'll have that on a lot. And then things like alternative rock and pop rock are things that are really easy to put on the car. So if I'm driving somewhere, like that's generally my go-to kind of music over EDM. I've listened to so much EDM over the years. It's at some point you just kind of have to listen to other stuff. So, oh, no worries, Breezy. No worries. I've just been talking about my Spotify Wrapped. And then I was surprised by some of the genres. And that my top song was Shooting Star by Owl City. I guess I played it like, I can't remember if it was 40 or 80 times over the year. I've got so many years of practice at this point, Breezy, of just talking. Like, yeah, it's almost second nature. Once I get rolling, once I get an idea, the problem is when the ideas stop flowing. Once the ideas stop flowing, it's hard to think of stuff. As long as I got ideas, I can churn them out, you know? Oh, I know, I've been here. True. You've been here? What? You're not new? I didn't know that. Unbelievable. Thought you were brand new. Didn't know me at all, right? Smile. Okay. Just a little new. I mean, I guess new's relative though, right? Like, you talking new like today or new like 7 years? You know, new compared to who? The Who's down in Whoville? Just one. As soon as I said Who, that's what I thought of. The Who's down in Whoville. Do. Give me all your blocks. Give me all your blocks. Do. I want all your blocks. So, yeah. The top song, and then like I did not realize how much pop rock, I guess it's called, alternative rock, that kind of stuff I've actually been listening to. Because for a long time, especially with the stream playlists and stuff, like it still is my top genre, but like EDM took over like everything for me for a long time. But for whatever reason this year, it did not. I think It must be just because I listened to so much music this year outside of stream. Which I listened to a good bit of music just in general, but I didn't realize it was that much. I'd have to go through my Wrapped again, but it was a lot of hours of music I've listened to this year. Seriously. Back's going slow. It's gonna take some time to fully settle down. Fair enough. I mean, we've been here 7 months, and just I think I mentioned earlier that I took Monday off of work because I just couldn't. I just needed to rest. Part of that is we still have some boxes around here. My office has one, but there's some boxes out in like our dining room area that like, okay, I want to feel productive today. Not should, but I want to feel productive today. And so I took a couple of boxes out, unpacked some stuff, put some stuff away, and I'm like, okay. So it was good, felt good. I enjoy being productive. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to get there, but I do enjoy being productive. You're not on Spotify? Fair enough. I have been using Spotify for a decade now, roughly. I've only had premium for probably 8 or 9 years, but I think I've been using Spotify almost as long as I've been streaming and creating content. I think in the early days I might have used my iTunes account to play music. Or you know what? Early days I probably used like Pandora or something. Yeah, it's fair enough. I listen to a lot of music. A lot of music. Emma doesn't listen to nearly as much as I do. I think she's been listening to more audiobooks this year, but the first, like, we were going through our Spotify, recaps, wraps, whatever you want to call them, earlier today, and her top artist for the first, 8 or 9 months of the year was Concerned Ape, aka the creator of Stardew Valley, because everything she listened to on Spotify was the Stardew Valley soundtrack. I mean, she listens to other stuff too, but I think she doesn't listen to as much music as I do. So, yeah. She's like, it's a little embarrassing. I'm like, it's fitting. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't listen to audiobooks or anything. Like, my go-to for everything is just music. Like, if there's silence and I need something, music. Or like a YouTube video of some kind are my general go-tos. So pretty easy for me to get those hours. Work's a big one. Whether I'm at home, in an office, ever since I came out of college and started working, like, earbuds in. If I don't need to talk to somebody, earbuds in. Like, I'll put on a playlist. Or a lot of times, like, Spotify has these For You mixes. 6 of them. They're daily mixes or whatever it is. Based off of stuff you already listen to, they add those different things you already listen to, but they also put some new stuff in there, either from the same artist you listen to or different artists. So I like those because I'm able to find either re-find old music I haven't listened to in a while, or find new artists and new music pretty easily, which I think is an undervalued part of Spotify by some people, is the ability to find new artists. So I mean, YouTube's good too. I'll watch some, if I want to watch a video, like a music video, I'll put it on YouTube. I don't have YouTube Premium, so I can't, like, I think this is still a thing. At least it used to be. I can't, like, lock my phone screen and listen to YouTube music. I think with Premium you can, and or you can download stuff, so. If I can't do that, if I can't lock my phone screen and go do things, then... Because I don't normally listen through my computer, especially if I'm working, because I don't have, like... I don't connect my Bluetooth headphones to my work computer, so... They gave me, like, a pretty cheap headset when I started. So... Any puzzle. We are slowly but surely making progress. Little bit at a time. Oh, actually, this is the corner. Maybe there's a little bit over there we have to get rid of, but this is basically the corner. All right. Take it. Ow. Boyfriend tells me I'm the most millennial he knows. Well, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you could be a zillennial like me and not know who you are. Don't fit in with a lot of the Gen Zs. Don't fit in with the millennials. The life of being a zillennial. Zillennial, the 5-year period right at the border of, it's from like 1995 to 2000-ish. Like those people right at the border of millennials and Gen Z. Definitely don't identify with like the late noughts, early 10s Gen Z, but don't identify with the millennials either. From a generational perspective, so it's a weird place to be in. Such is how it goes, though. You deal with it. Repair those pickaxes at some point, but I really do not want to do that right now. We do not care about the pickaxes. Not a thing we care about. I could have died there. That would have been very bad. That would have been like super bad. Like super bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Uh-huh. 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 Get rid of that gold. Don't need it. Don't want it. Grab those. One mid-80s, but I was raised by a parent born in the 50s. My grandparents were born in the 1910s. Wow. 1910s. World War One. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, I'm technically Gen Z, so then my parents were Gen X, are Gen X. Say were like they're not here anymore. They are still here. They're still with us. I think my grandparents are silent generation. I think. Because they're in their 80s. I think my grandfather's almost 90 now. I think he might be turning 90 this year. Or next year. My mom's dad was born in 1918. Wow. So right, that's right after World War One. Then I'm guessing. Right? Because then World War One ended in like 1915. Do I know my history? I don't think I know my history. I don't know. Something like that. Which I mean, that would, World War One definitely ended over a century ago now. 100 years. If you think about it, it's 2025. Pretty weird. I think every time I stream, there's some conversation that comes up about we're so old. Life's going just by very quickly. Give me that. What? Give me that. There we go. The skeletons? With the skeletons? Nope. Okay. I try to give the with the skeleton farm a little bit of time as I'm flying by. A little bit of time. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just a little bit. How much more of this do we have? Okay, we gotta go all the way down. Cool. 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 That's totally like cool, dude. We are filling up his inventory very quickly, though. I don't feel like I have that much of my inventory. Is anybody really normal, though? Because I even brought up the whole, like, Zillennial thing. Zillennial is not a, like, a normal thing either. think this was something that like my elementary school librarian brought up at one point when I was a kid, but it was essentially like if everybody's normal, then nobody's normal, or like there was no such thing as normal, something along those lines. Like normal doesn't exist in people. You're into the latest phones? What kind of phone do you have then? And what do you mean by into the latest phones? Like don't have like an iPhone? Or do a version of an iPhone or an Android or whatever? Or just don't particularly care about them? I might like need to get a new phone because I think my phone has issues. But a cheaper prepaid Android is like 6 years old. Okay. I get whatever phone is the latest phone at the time that I need a phone, and I stick to it. I have smartphones and stuff, but this phone's like 3 years old. It's an iPhone 12? Uh-oh. I think it's what I have. That scared me a little bit. We're fine. And the only reason I bought this phone when I did is because I was about to go on a work trip and I was still using my old iPhone 5S that did not have any battery life, and I was going someplace where I was going to need, like, I couldn't just be near a place where I could plug in my phone all day. Like I was going to need a longer battery life. And I'd already replaced the battery in that phone once. It's like, okay, it's been long enough. I should probably just get a new phone. So can't believe I used the 5S for as long as I did, to be honest with you. It was really falling apart. That's kind of what I do with stuff though. Like I typically buy new when I buy it. And I basically run it into the ground. That's pretty much the plan with my car. I bought it new. Actually, not that long after I bought this phone. And I plan to basically run it into the ground. Or wait at least a decade before I get a new car. At least a decade. From when I bought it, so at least another like 7 years. The car doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it. I don't drive a lot. I mean, I think I've racked up as many miles in the last 3 months just with the longer road trips that we've taken as I normally do in a year. So my car is at about 20,000 miles, and I bought it at the end of 2022. It's a 2023 Honda Civic. Hatchback, technically. I considered a Subaru. Almost said Honda, yeah. I considered a Subaru. Honda was so familiar to me, it was just really easy to kind of walk in and be like, yeah, I'm gonna like some car from Honda. So my parents both drive Honda vehicles, so it was a pretty easy call. So I've only driven 20,000 miles in about 3 years. The only reason it's 20,000 and not closer to like 16 or 17,000 is because of the long road trips that we've taken more recently. The one to Indiana over the summer, and then we took one to Boston, you know, last week. So if it wasn't for those, then it'd be at a much lower count, because I drive my car generally like across state lines maybe once a month. I drive it to work when I go to work, which isn't like, I don't go in a lot. And then I drive it to like the grocery store that's like 3 miles away or whatever it is. Because yay, suburbs. Everything that we need is, well, everything that we need is probably in a 5-minute car ride around us. Everything that we typically go to is within a 15-minute car ride around us. So it's like, I don't have to really drive anywhere. I barely have to drive anywhere. I need to eat. Which is one of the big pluses about living in a suburb, to be honest. Thank you, alarm. So makes things a little bit easier. Make me move. So I considered at the time when I bought the car, so Subaru, I considered Honda, Toyota, reliable cars. Nothing like, no American companies, because unfortunately American companies, the popular cars or the more reliable cars are not the cars that I would want. You know, like Ford's known for the Ford F-150 or the Ford Bronco or whatever. I don't know if the Bronco's actually all that reliable, but it's definitely popular. Those are not cars that I would want. Want a truck, but I don't typically like driving SUVs, so I wouldn't want to get an SUV. It's bigger, less gas mileage. I did kind of consider a Honda CR-V at one point. I considered the HR-V as well, but that's been discontinued. I was considering getting a hybrid vehicle. So mine's just a gas vehicle that's just more fuel efficient. But I was considering getting a hybrid electric. I like where electric cars are going in general, but they're not quite at a place yet, I would say, where it makes sense to, it's affordable enough to get for most people, including myself. So it was in Trailblazer, down to the secondhand 2019 Chevy Traverse. Chevy's not bad, actually. My car before this one was an 07 Chevy Malibu, a little 4-door sedan, which was fine. I mean, I think when I traded that car in, it had like 80,000 miles, 85,000 miles on it back in 2022. It's 15 years old, and that's all it had, and it was running pretty well. And that's Reversa Trax. That's Chevy Trax. Where's a Chevy Trax? What kind of car is it? Is it an SUV, more of a 4-door sedan kind of thing? One of those two, something else. Need you now. I need you now. a little better. All right. I think that's probably a good place to stop for today. A little early, but it's a good ending off point. And my eyes are droopy. So I think we're gonna wrap. That's gonna be wrap, I think. So thanks for hanging out, Breezy. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Appreciate y'all being here. I started 7:30. I think 7:30 is the normal time. I'm ending a little early. But I started a little early, I think. Not early. I started about the same time. So it was fun getting to make some progress today though. So I will be back Sunday. Yeah, we'll see. I think I was thinking about doing a bonus stream maybe on Friday, but I think instead of that, I'm going to dedicate some time to YouTube. So probably do that instead of streaming. My 11-year anniversary of making content is coming up in 11 days. So just considering making something for that. We'll see. So yeah, I appreciate the chat, Breezy. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a good night as well. So yeah, thanks. Yeah. 11 years is a long time. So, all right, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for being here, and I will see you all on Sunday. So, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.